Hello everyone, this is the next episode in Extreme Survival Minetest second generation server. I'm just going to give you a little update of what I've been up to in my little base. So first of all, I finished the medium voltage wall of machines, as you can see here. And what I've done is it is currently powered by both the solar panels that I had shown you in the previous video, but there's an additional thingy that I've done. So as you know, these solar panels up here are giving me medium voltage power, but let's go downstairs, and I have a new medium voltage setup here, and this one is powered by the hydro generators. Now the hydro generators, they generate low voltage, but there is actually components within Technic which allows you to convert one voltage to another, and I will show you. So here are the low voltage cables coming from the hydro generators, and the cables are all going to these two boxes, which is the supply converter, and this one can convert up to 10,000 into another voltage. So currently this one is set up to convert 6300. It takes 6300 input power, and it converts it to 90. It's 90% efficient, so it converts it to 5,670. Still, even though you get 10% power loss, this is sort of like ideal because I don't need to use solar power anymore, which is dependent on it being daylight. So this is a perfect way of creating lots and lots of hydro generators and converting the low voltage into the medium voltage. So what you do is you place the converter. You take the low voltage cable, you place it on the top, so that's the input, and the bottom is the output. So the medium voltage cable, the black one, is what it is being converted to, and that is being routed upstairs. And then here it goes. And then it moves up into this area that I had shown you before. Here you can already see the medium voltage grinder. So this is going up, and here's the battery box. So this is going up to the little electricity room that I have up here, as you can see. And then the black cables, the medium voltage, is powering all my medium voltage machines. So that's I'm quite happy with this setup. I'm not as dependent on the solar energy anymore, and now I still use the solar array. It just gives me a bit of extra power during the daylight to do all kinds of stuff with my machines, but most of the times I'm using two of these machines, maximum of 4 machines that I'm using at the same time. And what I've also done is I've added these batteries to the furnace, and I thought I had them in the grinder as well, but anyways, having them in the furnace, having these batteries in the furnace actually makes the power consumption a bit more efficient. So rather than using, I think it was 2000, having one battery in there, it only uses 1000 electricity. Having 2 batteries in there, it actually uses 500 electricity. And if you see the total power that I have on my medium voltage switch box, it is 15,840 during the daytime. During night it's only 11,000, but still, having machines run and only consume 500, having this 10,000 of supply on my medium voltage network is probably going to be sufficient for the normal use that I usually do. Another thing that I have now is basic machines. So Mikey pointed out in the comments in my last video that actually there is a recycler. So I thought, well, I haven't seen a recycler, but it seems to be part of the basic machines, of course. And it's easy to overlook the fact that basic machines is installed in this server because you only have the constructor. So once Mikey pointed it out, I was like, oh, jolly, basic machine. So let's immediately make a basic machines crafter, constructor as it is called. And as you can see, you can make all kinds of nifty stuff here, which is the, for example, the recycler, which I've created. And it's damn handy because sometimes you get really good stuff from mobs. They could drop, for example, me swords or even diamond swords, but a lot of guns are being dropped as well. I'll just give you a little demonstration. So we have this shotgun here. I'm not using the shotgun, so I can recycle this one. You just drop it in there. I put myself a diamond, 2 iron, and a bit of apple tree. So as you can see, this is a perfect way to recycle all these guns and shotguns and rifles that are being dropped by all the mobs. So sometimes you just walk around my base, see if there's any drops of interesting stuff, of weapons, and then gather them, and then I bring them along into my base, and then I recycle them in the hopes of getting some, extra me's or extra diamonds. So that's that. Oh, look at there. There's a rifle. This is what I mean. You just walk around your base, you find stuff that you don't need because I already have a rifle. And all we need to do is we go inside, close the door, take it to the recycler, drop it in, add a bit of coal. Just bronze. Oh well. Sometimes the catch is better. The other thing we have here is the grinder, and this grinder is actually different from the one that comes with Technic, because this grinder is actually able to grind these crystals and diamonds. And I got the Mies Con Blinky plant, which is just giving signals to the grinder, because the grinder needs to be activated a number of times and then use up the coal that it has before it actually can start grinding. So if I put the Mies crystal here, it says you need 7 fuel. Now it says 6 fuel to complete the operation. So every time this blinks, now it's 5 fuel, it consumes 1 coal lump. And at some point it'll have consumed enough coal to have sufficient fuel to actually do the grinding. And you will see that 1 Mies crystal, as soon as the grinder activates, let's have a vape. It's taking more power than I expected. There we go. 1 Mies crystal turned into 2 Mies dust. Now the fun thing is, if you cook Mies dust 33%, it'll turn into Mies dust 66%. You have to cook that again, and eventually you'll get 2 Mies crystal. Now with ingots that doesn't work, because you have the lump, you grind the lump becomes dust, you cook the dust, and you get 2 ingots out of a single lump. But the ingots, you cannot, well, you can grind it into the dust again, but 1 ingot becomes 1 dust, and then you cook 1 dust and it becomes 1 ingot again. But for Mies and for diamonds, 1 crystal always becomes 2 dust. Same with the diamond. 1 diamond always becomes 2 diamond dust. So you cook that, you end up with 2 Mies crystals or with 2 diamonds. You can grind those 2 and you get 4 dust. And then you keep on doing that, and it's an infinite source of Mies and diamonds. It's a bit of work, but it beats having to mine for it. It's a very easy way to get diamonds and Mies. And in Cash's world, I had a fully automated setup. I just drop in a couple of Mies crystals or diamond, and it would automatically move it to the grinder. It would automatically move it into the furnace, and when it was cooked, it would automatically move it to the next furnace. It was all powered by batteries, and the batteries were all being recharged with power cells using a generator. and it was sort of like a perpetuum mobile, and it was very easy to generate mies and diamond using that setup. So I am probably going to make something similar. There's one little problem, I haven't figured that one out yet. We have this generator which generates power cells, but here it actually doesn't work for some reason, so I'm not sure why it doesn't work. I tried to connect medium voltage to some of my machines, but that doesn't connect. Maybe I should use low voltage, but probably the whole, Technic power doesn't really work with the basic machines. I might need to have some different sort of way to power the batteries. I did notice that these type of batteries can be added to here as fuel, but probably I can add anything as fuel. Yeah, so I'm not even sure if that's what I'm supposed to do. But usually what you do is you have a generator which generates power cells, and you add these power cells in here. And the power cells look like, if I go down, the power cells look like this. And this generator actually generates these power cells, but for some reason it's not working. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if this is a bug or an issue in the game. But I'll try and figure it out and see if I can make it work. For now, let's just put the battery back. Oops, wrong one. Inventory lag. So it's dark outside, so let's move upstairs, go to my bed, and sleep for a little bit. First night skip. So what I've also been doing is adding protectors, because large parts of my base were not protected. So this part was already protected. I protected my machines, pretty much all the machines are protected. But I didn't have the upper floors protected properly. As you can see, this only goes to here, and everything else up here was not protected yet. So I have added protectors upstairs as well. Not everything of the building is protected yet, but it's not that easy to find. My base is quite far away from spawn, and I should have sufficient time to protect the rest of the building. And even so, if this part of the building gets damaged, then it's not a big deal, because there's not a lot of important stuff here. I need to fill this up for a bit, as I completely forgot that. I added a protector here, so there's still a hole in the wall. Should probably add a door here as well to get to the chimney, otherwise mobs could spawn upstairs and then come down here. I don't know, I'll figure that out. Other stuff that I've been doing is adding these lights to make sure that the mobs don't spawn inside, because there are a lot of mobs spawning inside the house, inside my base. I want to avoid that, so adding the protectors and adding enough light should solve that problem, I hope. And I have a little farm now, so this is going to be my little farm. I'm going to extend it, so it's just the beginning. I'm going to add more patches. They might run all the way to shore. To have an additional way of getting to shore, I might just leave a gap there so that the mobs can't get onto my farm. And I have plenty of space here to make additional farmland, so to say, in the water. I've connected the house on all sides with these bridges, and as you can see, there's plenty of space here as well to make even more farmland, as well as on this side where I have the bamboo farm. Another thing that I've created is a little tree farm on this side, so that I have a proper supply of tree trunk, which I can turn into wooden planks and use for crafting. Okay, so that's that. It's 8:40 Minetest time on this server. I think it might be worthwhile to show you where I found the rubber, because in the last video I told you about it being so difficult to find a rubber tree. Well, there is actually one place where I did find the rubber. So what I will do is I will go to spawn, and I will show you the coordinates and where you need to go, and I should not forget to turn off the coordinates before I go back to my home. So what you do is you go to the north exit. Come on, there we go. Then we keep walking north for a bit until around 500, I think it was. So keep walking. I shouldn't have brought so many things and so many items on me, because I might lose them all. Oh well. YOLO, right? Just hope the mobs don't attack me. I don't have any armor. That's probably the next thing I actually should do. I have mithril. I should cook the mithril into ingots. And I should have sufficient or enough ingots to actually make mithril armor and be properly protected. Just need to remember that I need to keep repairing my armor as well. I don't like those sounds that make me paranoid. So I'm at around 400. Once I get to 500-ish, I'll just start to walk into the negative X. Oops. Yeah. So many flowers. I need to also get some dye, so that it can start coloring things. But also, for example, the glow lights that I have to light my building, they are also using dye, so I need that stuff. Okay, I think I'm here. This looks like the place where I have to be. Yes. This is it. This little village. Oh, I have to go down and get hurt. There we go. Let's eat. And here we are at -339 on the x-axis and 558Z. So this is where you will find a rubber tree. And this is where you can actually get some rubber. That's how I got mine, and I planted a whole bunch at my base, as you have seen in the previous video how that works. You can use a tree tap to get all the rubber that you're going to need for some of the Technic recipes. So that's where you find the rubber tree. Now we get rid of the coordinates, and we can go back to my base. Yeah, these buildings are all made by Stalin, I think his name is. Yeah, owned by Stalin. I can't get in there, unfortunately. So this is probably going to be his base. I forgot the name of this base. Something like Eurotopia or something, I'm not sure. Ooh, we have something. Look at that, he is dropping a diamond sword. Let's get that. Awesome. So yes, I'm not sure what's in his building. He once invited me to come over. I did a TPR and then the server crashed. So wasn't able to do much there. But yeah, this is his base. I'm not sure what's inside. Maybe it's nuclear power plant, I don't know. It's quite big. In any case, that's his base. Showing you where the rubber tree is. Remember, if you get some stuff and there's not much left of the rubber tree, try to get a sapling as well and plant it again so that other people can use it as well. Now we're back home. We need to start cooking our mise 33%. Get rid of the stuffs that I've got. The diamonds go here, these goes there, bronze goes there as well. I've made a separate chest for the iron and copper. I have so much, and I just made a separate chest. So that goes in there. Looks like I got a lot of ammo again. So what I will do is I will smelt that as well. Well, that furnace is working, so I'll just divide these among the low voltage ones. Then I have myself the diamond sword that I got from Iron Man, which we can put into the recycler. And there's also another diamond. We put that in our little chest. Should also organize all the Miscons and cables and the rubber and stuff. Should go back into the Technic boxes that I have here, but yeah, not that big of an issue. Then we go harvest our maize seed that we have here. I can get 2 from this one, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2, and this one is fully grown, so you can get 3. 1, 2, 3. So we get ourselves quite a bit of cookable maize. We just run back to the furnace. We have some maize here. We put this in here. As you can see, there's the 66% dust. You cook that once more, you get maize crystals again. So that's the current manual setup, though, but that's the current way I'm generating maize and diamonds. It's done. So what we need to do is move the 66% back into the input slot again, and it starts working again and cooking the 66% into maize. So as far as maize and diamonds are concerned, I am in a very, very good shape. Was there anything else I needed to show you guys? I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. So this is episode 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be an entire series or if I'm going to do more episodes. Probably yes, but I would like to thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time.